Hello everyone, I hope you're having a lovely day. I sure know I had a lovely day today, which is why I'm recording this video. So, for a little bit of backstory, I met someone like half a year ago, and just locally, going for a walk, and it turned out they were interested in old phones as well, so I gave them my number, and about half a year later, aka today, they messaged me, and simply put, we agreed that we were going to meet up today, and we were going to check every single e-waste bin in the area. I didn't have high expectations. I was wrong. We found some really cool stuff actually. So I figured I'd show that in this video. I have recorded the insides of those e-waste bins so you can see what I saw when I checked those bins. And without further ado, I will play the first clip I made at a convenience store. So here's the first clip. The first find of today wasn't very interesting. It's a landline or house phone, whatever you want to call it. It's of no use to me. It's also incomplete. So I will just use it as a decoy and throw it into an e-waste bin while checking that e-waste bin to make it seem like I'm throwing stuff away and not taking anything, which is a strategy I've been doing for a while and it works wonders. That being said, that's not very interesting. The next bin, however, was way more interesting and far from the most interesting bin today. So next up, I will go play that footage. So as you might have been able to see in that bin, at the left there was an old alarm clock radio, which I took. And I also took this rather worn out and possibly defective, I haven't tested it yet so I don't know, MacBook charger. But as you might be able to tell, the alarm clock that was on the left of the bin is no longer with me, because I ended up donating it to a thrift store around the corner, because I don't need more alarm clocks. I already have one, and I don't use it, so figured I would donate it anyway. The charger I'll be keeping if it works, and if it doesn't work, then I will probably just recycle that as well. That being said, the next bin was better, so I will be playing that clip right now. So there wasn't much in that bin, but if you looked at the top right, there was a portable CD player, which we took because we thought it was cool. I didn't particularly need it, and I wasn't going to use it because I have an actual Discman from Sony anyway. He didn't, so I let him have it because he wanted it. So that was a success overall. So afterwards, we went to another grocery store, and we checked in the e-waste bin. I'll go play that clip right now. So unfortunately there was nothing of interest in that bin. However, the person that was with me had the bright idea, no pun intended, of checking in the lamp bin while he suggested it. I've never done that before. I don't check in the battery bins or the light bulb bins, but I figured I would do it anyway. So I looked in the light bulb bin, and the first thing I saw was this. So that right there is an iPhone 11. Unfortunately, it has Find My iPhone turned on. It has a passcode, no emergency contacts, and no SIM card. And the display is partially defective. It has this black blob in the top right of the display, which you can't see while it's booting up. And then after that, I looked again, and there it was, an iPhone 5S, unfortunately in poor condition. And it, if I'm not mistaken, it boot loops, and it's also iCloud locked, so well, it has Find My iPhone turned on, so that one is wasted as well. Here's the display damage I just mentioned. Oh well, still it was free, so I'm content. However, I didn't record these, unfortunately. After finding these two, I figured I would record what's next, and I'll go play that right here. So you could probably tell what was in there. It was an iPhone 6s. Unfortunately, this one is quite scratched on the back. Very bad. Probably belonged to a kid or something. And typically it is also iCloud locked, so that's a shame. And the screen flickers, so those are 3 mostly defective iPhones, but still, I'm happy with it. After that, we went to another bin around the corner in another grocery store, and I'll go play the clip on what we found there right now. So as you could probably tell, there was one thing inside I believe it was the bulb, the light bulb bin, again. Nothing interesting was in the e-waste bin. This is some kind of card scanner. It's a cheap plastic obsolete thing. I'm not sure what I'll do with it, but I figured I'd take it anyway because I wasn't expecting to find anything else anyway, so I take what I can get. Then I went to my home, he came with, so we chatted for a bit and I showed him my phone collection, which went well. Afterwards, we decided we should go to the hardware store bins. There are 3 hardware stores in my area, and the first one had nothing. The second one had an e-waste bin, which had nothing of interest, and a little cardboard phone bin, which I checked. And inside of that bin, we found these 2 Oppo phones. As you can probably tell, they have been abused. So someone deliberately smashed these, probably to prevent people from getting to their data, which is utterly freaking ridiculous because both phones are reset. They were charged and reset when I found them. So someone charged their phones, reset them, and then smashed them, and then threw them in an e-waste bin, it's just stupid. You could have sold them, they worked fine. Now they don't, but the ironic part is the motherboards survived, so yeah. If there was data on them, it wouldn't be safe. But that's not the case because they have been reset. Disappointing finds. I will keep them. I'm disappointed in the previous owner, but whatever, you take what you can get. So now I have 2 of these to add to the collection for now. After that, we went to the third hardware store, the third and final one. And this one was probably the most successful one of today. I didn't record any clips, unfortunately, but I did take a picture of what I found at that hardware store and the previous one where I found these 2, so I'll probably just show that. So as you could probably tell, that went pretty well. So for starters, I found this e-reader, which has some display issues and it's falling apart a little bit. Unfortunately, in theory it does work, but I think I may keep it for parts. Decent find, better than nothing. However, I also found cables, which is not why you're watching this video, so I'll go put those to the side as well, who cares. The stars of the show, in this case, for starters, a Galaxy A6. It works perfectly fine, it was reset, and that's cool. This one will be going to that person that was with me, which is now my friend, by the way. So that's going to him. It works perfectly fine, it's in mint condition, has a pretty neat case, if I do say so myself. So I'm sure he'll be happy to have this. I did take it with me so I could reset it and stuff for him and bypass any locks if I had to. Fortunately, that wasn't actually necessary, so he will be getting this later this week. Next up, I found an iPhone 5C. It's stone dead, and Find My iPhone is turned on. It looks great, it's in practically mint condition externally, but internally, evidently, it will not work. Still a decent find. Another find was this iPhone SE 2016. It looks to be in good condition. The display is aftermarket, and it's blocked. And I tried to reset it, and it just wouldn't work. So Find My iPhone is turned off. This is the only iPhone I found today which wasn't iCloud locked, but it won't restore. So that's just great. Still a cool find, I suppose, because it's in good condition and it isn't iCloud locked. The home button is plastic even, because it is really low quality stuff, but whatever, I'm happy to have it. Next up, a Galaxy Core. This is actually a really decent find if you ask me, because I don't have too many of these, and it's in pretty much mint condition. I took this one home so I could test it for him and reset it if I had to. Wasn't necessary. Well, I do have to reset it still, but there's no passcode. Came with this case as well, which is falling apart and very sticky, so that's not ideal, but if he wants it, he can have it. If he doesn't want it, I'll keep it for one of mine. So that phone is going to him as well. Decent find as well. Then I got this Nokia 1101. Came with a bloated battery. I haven't actually tested it yet, but it's a Nokia. It will probably work. Happy with it. And then the biggest star of this show for this e-waste bin is this MSI gaming laptop. Looks good at first, until you pay attention to this. Someone evidently got hungry and took a bite out of it, which is very unfortunate. And I mean, it probably doesn't work because they threw it away. It has no SSD, no battery, no RAM sticks, it has nothing. It has a logic board, that's it. And it has no bottom screws, so the bottom cover is just coming off. So if anything, maybe the board works, probably not. Maybe the display works, probably does. I will keep it anyway, just because, why wouldn't I guess? Maybe good for parts in the future. Then after that, we went to another convenience store, if that's what it's called. And I will just, well, actually, I have no footage whatsoever, but I found something neat that I gave to that friend of mine. I'll go show a picture real quick. It was a Samsung GT B3410, if I remember correctly, which I believe I do. Which is cool. I already have like maybe 10 of them, so I figured he could have it. He wanted it. It's a fun phone, so I let him have it. Why wouldn't I? And I also found this, which, again, I will just be using as a decoy like this one. And this is a remote. I don't know why I even took it. I believe it's for a DVD player. Well, it probably is, because it says it right there. It's for a DVD player. I don't think I can do much with this, so I will probably recycle it anyway and use it as another decoy while taking stuff out of the bins. So, yeah, that's another phone for his starting collection, so that's good if you ask me. After this, we went to another store, being a grocery store. I did record this time. The bin was almost empty, so you can tell exactly what was in the bin, and I'll go show you that right now. I didn't have to dig deep for that one at all. I could reach in and grab it, no problem. So here it is, a Galaxy A3 2016. The back is shattered, well, I suppose, cracked, shattered, whatever you want to call it. The front is practically in mint condition. It was reset, but it was Google locked. As you might be able to tell, it is no longer Google locked, because I bypassed that for him. He will be getting back later this week if everything goes right, along with the Galaxy A6 and the Galaxy Core. He already has the B3410, but I'll have to get him a charger for that as well, which is no problem because I have many. So that is another very decent find, because for some reason every time I find one of these, the displays are broken, other than like one or two maybe. So yeah, that's this will be his soon, so that's good again, that we both got some decent finds out of this. After that bin, we went home. So those were all the bins I went to today. However, while looking through the bin footage, I spotted something that looked like a partially incomplete phone. So I hopped on my mountain bike, went right back to that grocery store right around the corner. I could have walked, it would have taken 2 minutes, but I like bicycles, so I went by bike anyway. I checked the bin. Sure enough, I was right. There was a partially incomplete mobile phone, and it's not great. It's not a phone anymore. It's just a piece of the housing, which has been destroyed. So that's how my day went. I got 3 working Samsung phones, 5 broken iPhones, a probably working Nokia, I will test that one in a minute, and 2 Oppos that need new bags, camera lenses, camera glass, and the whole external basically, maybe even the batteries too. They still work, but would I trust a battery that was hammered? I don't know. I probably will, let's be honest. But overall, amazing day. Best find of today was definitely the friend I made along the way. Cliche, I know, but how often do you make new friends? How often do I get phones? I get phones every day, I get friends. Maybe once half a decade, so that's good. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if I find anything cool in the future, which I probably will, I may just let you know. So that being said, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Why does every phone YouTuber end their videos with peace? Like, then again, how else do you end a video? I have no idea what I'm doing. Thumbs up. So, as I was expecting, I didn't really... I didn't need it, but I would have saved it anyway. I found this fucking